what's going on? What's happening with y'all? Hey, listen, I don't got much time. I just came to try to shoot a jewel at y'all. I be out here working, and I got a young brother as a client in the back seat, man, and he's talking heavy. So I got to bring him on, right? Because he's talking heavy for real. But we want to get an understanding of our young people, man, on some real talk. We always pointing the finger at them, and we always try to overtalk them and try to, make them see what we see through our eyes. But we never really gave these young people a chance to experience life. You know what I mean? And to see their perspective. You know what I mean? That's what's important right now, because people need freedom of choice. You know what I mean? But we give our kids our choices. You know what I mean? So, we got to understand the sight of what our kids is going through. You know what I mean? We got to understand the mindset of our young people, because we losing them. You know what I mean? We losing them. It's crazy right now. You know what I mean? It's crazy right now. The city of Philadelphia had 560 murders last year. It's crazy right now.
You know what's like one of the main causes of that too, though?
What is that, brother?
Social media.
Yes.
Like I said, 27, so I grew up like
27.
Yeah, 27. So I grew up with the social media. So as I'm growing up, it's coming up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But now it's so different, because it's like the streets is social media.
Yeah.
Because it's like you gotta people be on their social medias back and forth beefing, showing good. Like the other day, you saw that the young boy in the city had posted the gun in the school he was at.
Yeah.
And it was like, why are you doing it? Because social media makes you look
social
cool.
media, yeah.
So, but it's like people be beefing back and forth on social media, and then it'd be like, I don't want to be pussy. I don't want to look pussy.
Mm-hmm.
No one no one knows how to take embarrassment anymore. Like I said, I'm only 27. Back then, my older cousins and everything, they're like, oh, you could fight, bro. Like, you could take an L and move on with your life.
Right.
But no one wants to take that L anymore. It's like everybody just want to, get right to the action. And it's like it's bad because you don't. It's not. I don't want to sound bad, say it's like no home training, but it's like when your mom or whoever's in the crib with you, because I know we in the city of Philadelphia, it's a lot of single parents, men and women. But it's like they can only be around you for so long because they gotta go to work, provide, and everything like that. So they don't even have any clue of what you doing outside. So it's like in their mind, well, you going to school, you doing everything, but in reality, it's like they don't have your social media. They not doing none of that. So it's like they don't know what you're doing. So these kids literally getting away with murder because they can do it, and they don't want to seem. They want to seem gangster. Like it's like they impressing. They just trying to be who they think they is, and it's like at a certain point, but because you can't tell, you got to catch it early. Like you got to tell them you don't gotta, you don't gotta do that. But it's like at a certain point, they're not gonna listen to you because they too deep ingrained in it. But it's starting the crib. So if there's nobody in the crib telling you, hey, do it a different way, it's like you can't even blame them. You can't blame nobody for real. I mean, you can't blame them if there's nobody telling you different. If the older people around you are showing you what to do in this shit, it's like, how do you? I understand it's so crazy because it's like we got 500 something murdered, but how do you blame kids with no direction?
Talk heavy. The way how I see it is that, like I was always been saying, is that we got to own up to what we've done. We ostracize our kids from our lives when we made those decisions and ended up in them penitentiaries, ended up in them graveyards, And it started.
In 1 mile, make a left turn on Welch Road.
It started with good intentions, because of course we want to take care of our family, we want to take care of our kids, and I'm speaking from my own perspective. But it may have started that way, but it didn't have to end that way, because I done long had enough where I can be able to take care of myself and do what I need to do. You know what I mean? And go ahead and get a job and be home. But I still chose to continue on in that life. But I knew nothing else. You know, I knew nothing else. Not to place no excuses or anything, but from me, from my perspective, that's all that was there. That's all that was available and was fast. And I got sucked into a world, and I left my kids. You know, I left my kids for 17 and a half years. You know what I mean? We don't understand the type of trauma that our kids is going through, the abandonment, the distance, the not having that male figure, you know. So we pointing the finger at y'all when in retrospect, we must look in the mirror and we must make amends with our kids. What you think about that, young brother?
I think you're correct on that too. But then I also think this is
using the left lane, make a left turn on Welch Road.
Our generation that we had to look at, like if you say, like, you know, y'all gotta apologize for that.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta understand that from y'all generation wise, what, like I'm out here providing for my kids by, you know, selling crack. That shit was selling like fucking hotcakes.
Yeah.
At that point, right, niggas done dropped out of school. Like, it's not like they got high school education.
Right.
What, like, in a logical person's mind, why would I stop doing this when I'm making thousands, millions of dollars for my family, and go fucking flip burgers?
Yeah.
So why would I, like, I understand, like, I feel like we gotta give y'all a little, I'm not saying a pass, but you gotta understand it on both ends, you feel me? That's what, I think that's where a lot of I think that's where everybody butts heads at.
Yeah.
Nobody actually wants to listen on each side. They just want to hear what they want to hear. Like, I'm not saying people don't listen, but people listen and take points they want to take. They don't listen to the whole conversation.
Right.
So it's like, if you got to listen on both sides, on both ends, to see where the disconnect come from. Because it's like, honestly, we having the same conversation.
Yeah, we are.
But it's like, we're having the same conversation because we doing the same shit that what y'all was doing. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like, it's just different shit. Now we got pills and weed and shit. Crack still out here. That's what we sell now.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, it was the same conversation, but it's just the generational gap make you butt heads so much. No one's listening to each other. I feel like you gotta. And you can have like, and then that's another thing. I'm like a low key thing. Ain't no more like black community leaders. I'm not saying like we gotta have like another Martin Luther King and nothing like that. But it's like we don't have any of that. You feel me? Like, fuck, who gives a fuck about Jesse Jackson? Like, he been out here wilding for years. Right. So it's like, we just know like solidified figures you have to like
that you can relate to.
Exactly.
Y'all heard that. Y'all heard that. You know what I'm saying? Our young brothers, man, listen. It's something else, man. It's something else. I just wanted y'all to get a feel of how our young people is thinking, man. We got to take the time and we got to make opportunity to be able to get better relations with our kids. We have to establish meaningful relationships. That means having dialogues with our kids. My father had dialogues with us. You know what I mean? Like, he asked us questions, and we better have the answer. You know what I mean? We better about what we doing and about our lives. If he asks us what we doing, we better have a valid answer. You know? He wanted to know what was going on. How was we thinking? You know, that's what we got to get back to. We got to get back to knowing what our kids is feeling or doing or how he feeling. You know what I mean? Our women, our mothers are so beautiful and wonderful for the beautiful job that y'all do. You know, I hold myself and the people in my peer group, I hold us responsible. So I believe that we have to, you know, first make amends. And when we make amends with our kids, establish a good, meaningful relationship, some good dialogue. Let's get back, let's get to understanding our kids. You know what I mean? Getting our kids to understand us. You know? I'm going to tell you something, man. There's nothing more beautiful than having a relationship with your child, man. Nothing. Nothing. And this generation was absent of that. This generation raised themselves practically. Like I said, the mothers did a wonderful job, but they raised themselves. Why? Because the mothers was left out here by themselves and they had to do whatever's necessary. They had to work 2 jobs. They couldn't do that and watch the kids. So the brother's right. You know what I mean? I'll tell y'all something, man. Just think about it. That's the platform I'm creating. This is Rock Mind, #TalkHeavy.